Hey, good morning, Spurs fans. It's Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well this morning. It's a bright and breezy, 6:28 a.m. on a Monday, bank holiday Monday, something, Easter Monday. I don't know what it is, but it's a day anyway. That's not a bad start. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I'm streaming today, the Wallamadigal people of the Eora Nation. Pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and recognise that land was never ceded. It always was and always shall be Aboriginal land. It's the way it is, folks. Well, we've had a weekend of football. Well, you know, while we're all giddy with a heady high of the victors of the vapours of victory, it's not that way in other parts of North London. Ha 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 ha. We'll get on to that in a second. The other results after our monumental 2-1 win in the clash against Luton: Aston Villa 2, Wolves 2. Oh, no, didn't want that. That's all right. Still another 9 games to go. We're all right. And then after that was Brentford Manchester United. That was 1-1, and I watched the second half of that, and it was hilarious how bad Man United are. They're just, shocking. Brentford, hey, luck and unluck. I don't know if that's part of football sometimes. Brentford on any other day would have done enough to win 10-1. But not yesterday. And Man United got a late goal. It's probably in injury time. And I think the Manchester United fans were all getting cock-a-hoop. Oh, we've got a win that we didn't deserve. No, Brentford came back and scored straight after. 1-1. Ten Hag goes from catastrophe to crisis. And then Liverpool 2, Brighton 1. Didn't watch that one. I haven't watched these 2 games today. So Liverpool will be top. And then the big one, this is the result I wanted, boring, nothing to inspire the kids of Manchester or the other bits of North London that, you know, Plumstead FC have snuck into. 0-0, brilliant, 0-0. Are there any injuries? Did anyone get red carded? No, it's a tame affair. Although Manchester, I'm just looking at the stats, Manchester City had 73% of the possession. There you go. That's modern football. All that possession and bugger all at the end of it. Nothing. Did Haaland score? I hear he's good. No. Son did. So not a bad weekend the way the results go. Oh, my chat's buggered up. Hang on. That's enough of that. Whoa. I pressed the wrong button. Who'd have thought? Eh? Yeah, I think that's the one I want. As usual, my chat window has not refreshed. So I'll do that. And hopefully chats will start appearing there. I've got a few to wander through here before I can bring them up on the screen. TB was first in, a member of the commune. Thanks for popping in, TB. Let's go. Vamos. Allons-y. Derek Smith's in. Hey, hello, Hippie. Hello, Derek. How did Plymouth go this weekend? As good as us? Martin and all the members of the commune don't know, flock in, don't they? That's brilliant. Martin, g'day, Paul. We got comments are appearing over there now. We got the job done yesterday, says Martin. 3 points in the bag, and the title is still on. We might have a look at the league table in a second there. Hey, you never know, eh? Spurs GCTV. G'day, Paul. 3 points is 3 points. Yeah, I know. I'm happy with that. So are you. Mark N. How you going, my good hippie? You're going very well, man. Just got up. Thought I'd do a stream. The Arsenal parked the bus, did they? Is that what happened? I suppose it looks like it. I suppose if Manchester City had all that lovely, sumptuous, let's just move my mic stand, sumptuous possession and nothing for it. Game management, man, game management. We ain't going to be doing that when we play these teams. Oh yeah, you know, let's not hurt each other today. Let's not go for the win. It's pathetic, isn't it? Pathetic. Arsenal parked the bus and their fans are calling it a masterclass. They had 2 shots on target and we're poor. Is that what they say? It's a masterclass in defence. We held out. Whoa. Martin, the fans around me at the lane were confident at half-time that we would turn it around. Good. Yeah, no, I had that feeling myself, Martin. I thought we're too good. We're too good today. Luton started to look tired after 30 minutes and we just ground them down. I think that was the story of the first half, wasn't it? We were just getting stronger and stronger. We had some good chances in the first half as well. The one that pinged off the goalposts and everyone was having a shot and somehow Luton players were just flopping in the way. All right, here we go. We can do the chat nicely now. Spurs GCTV. People go on about Spurs side, yo side football. Watched the City Arsenal game and got RSI in my neck. That was supposed to be the flagship game, wasn't it? The flagship game. The clash of the week. Clash of the week. Gash of the week, more like. That's what it was. Johnny Bethnal Green. Evening, Giesner. Evening, Johnny. How you going? How you going? Paul Tucknott. Morning, Paul. Sky should be sued for opening up that dross. Oh, I'm sure they were giving it all that, weren't they? Oh, that's what they do. Tonight, it's an exciting, never repeated, once in a lifetime fixture. Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. But you'd think Arsenal, Manchester City, nah. Bottlers. I think Liverpool will win the title. They've been the least bottly all year. The least, complacent. I think everyone's had a bit of an up and down season so far. No one's really run away with it, but I think Liverpool, as we're coming into the final stretch, I think if any team, well, I think it's going to be Liverpool this year. Manchester City have just got a hangover. There's rumours around Manchester City. Everyone's getting ready to piss off. Just, I'm going to be loyal when we get relegated. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You're no Steve Perryman. Martin, Sonny getting his 160th goal. Yes, man. What a goal it was too. What a goal it was too. Takes him above Cliff Jones into 5th for all-time top scorers and only 14 behind Martin Chivers. Dare I say he's closing in on Harry Kane. 4 more years, maybe? You never know. I don't know. But yeah, no, it was a great goal. It was a good captain's performance by Sonny yesterday. Really was. Did everything right. And, Brendan Johnson made a huge difference when he came on. It's unusual. I saw Ange in the press conference and it's like the closest I've heard him single a player out. Because he did say, yeah, we took off Kulu because he kept cutting inside, which is something that everyone says, isn't it? We all know that. We all know he keeps doing it. But Ange just come out and said it. Kept cutting inside. No, there's a framework for wingers to play in. And, he didn't say he wasn't doing it, but that was the implication. So I wonder, it's a bit of a warning shot for Kulu, that one. It wasn't like a complete slamming or anything like that, but it was, I thought it was quite directional. So I haven't heard anything more about it. But glad you had a good day out anyway, Martin. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Getting out there, supporting the boys, having a bit of fun, putting a smile on your face. It's not hard, is it? It's not hard, nah. Archibald. We'll take more care of you. Stunk out Manchester so badly. Oh, I might have to get a rim shot ready for this. He's queuing up for a joke. I'll tell you what, Arsenal stuck out Manchester so badly. They thought the local sewage works had malfunctioned. Side-to-side footy. Oh, okay. People go on about Spurs side-to-side football. I don't think we're doing that as much, you know. I think it was all right. Spurs GCTV. Question, was the ball over the line? Look, I'll see if I can get a better image because... No, it wasn't, is the short answer. Tottenham, Luton, ball over the line. Cam. See if I can get a better picture than I did yesterday, because yesterday was just crap. Oh, that's a crap image. Why aren't there good images of this stuff? Pogmol or P. What are they? Pogmol. Oh, that's a tiny picture as well. Oh, well, I'll bring up the tiny picture. That's as good as I can do, I think. Oh, no, it's all right. It's all right, this one. There you go. That's how much. Oh, there you go. I'm afraid that no goal. No goal. No goal. Oh, you can't get much closer than that, can you? Look at that. That is the width of the skin of the ball. Any day. Wow. So here's your answer, Spurs GCTV. 9. It was not over the line. Martin, you are top of the Hotspur Hippie League for this week, am I? Oh. Sounds like a segue, man. I've got to check that out. That doesn't happen very often. Let's have a look at how we did in this week's. Predict the football. All right, let's have a look. How'd we go? Log in. So the results of the week. Here we go. Classified results time. Newcastle 2. West Ham United 0. I went for 4-3, nothing there. Bournemouth 0, Everton 0. Chelsea 0. Burnley 1. Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace 1. I got that one. 3. Sheffield United 0. Fulham
3.
Tottenham. Oh no, I'm reading out my predictions. I thought they were a bit off. No, right. So Newcastle. Sorry, forget that. This column, actual score. The clue is in the heading. Hang on. All right, let's get it right. Newcastle
4.
West Ham
3,
Bournemouth
2.
Everton
1,
Chelsea 2, Burnley 2. That was a funny game as well. Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace 1, Sheffield United 3, Fulham 3. Dividends are looking good. That was quite a funny game as well. Tottenham
2.
Luton
1,
Aston Villa,
2.
Wolves,
0.
and Brentford 1, Manchester United 1. I got that one right as well. And Liverpool 1, Brighton 1, and Manchester City
0. Arsenal 0. Because it was boring.
got that one right as well. Look at that, loads of points this week. Loads of points. Let's have a look. That's how the month finished out, folks. Yes. Yes. The top 3. And I'll stop there. Andrew G, Tot Spurs, and me. At last. I'm having a late shove, a late push. And who won the week? Oh, well, it was little old me, wasn't it? Little old me. Oh, who'd have thought, eh? Oh, I don't know anything. That's my only way. I'm going to close up the league now. Retire as reigning weekly champion. That's it. It's all done. Finished. Hotspur Hippie, Martin and Richie B. Wow, look at that. God, you don't have to... it sounds like an obvious thing to say, but you don't have to get a lot right to win, don't you? Oh, well, that's congratulations to me for the week. Oh, Derek's here. Happy Easter. Wrong tribe, man, but happy Easter to you. Derek Smith. Game of the week was definitely Newcastle versus West Ham. Yeah, with David Moyes. I heard what he had to say for himself afterwards. Yeah, I thought I'd take off our best player because even though we were 3-1 up, he kind of said this, even though we were 3-1 up, Newcastle had the game under control. So we had to do something before Newcastle came back at us with 3 fucking goals. What an idiot. He went pragmatic, folks. Game management. Game management. Oh. That's what the modern game likes. Bit of game management.
Wah.
Was funny, wasn't it? Was funny. Ronald M, I see you're top of... Well, I don't like to talk about it, Ronald, you know. I don't want to... I mean, even though it's my competition and everything, it's not my place to brag about it. Top of the Hotspur Hippie League of Peace this week. That's right. Me, champion, number 1. Mark in, the lowest Spurs can finish is 15th. All right. That's not bad. Oh, hang on. This sounds like one of them. The lowest Spurs can finish is 15th place. We can't even finish in the bottom 6. Nah. I think Chelsea still can, can't they? Chelsea still can. Oh, here we go. Double victory this week. Dragons prevailed over the Manly Sea Eagles and Tottenham Hotspur prevailed over the mighty-ish Luton Town. Stayma, even Easter, brother. I'm streaming. Here we go. A great double win. Yes. Keeps the planet in stasis. A double win. Doesn't happen very often. It's like all the planets aligning. Spurs and the mighty Dragons. Mighty Spurs and the Dragons, I reckon that is. Clues in the title. Derek Smith. No, it wasn't. Oh, right. No, but we're talking about the goal. Yeah, no green between the ball and the line. That's right. But better take than Pedro Mendes' goal against Manchester United. Don't know that one. Can't recall. Martin Brennan was mustard. He certainly was, man. He certainly was. And it's only because he put a shift in for Wales that he didn't start the game. That could be true as well. But, there's competition for places, isn't there? Competition for places. Werner had a better second half too. Yeah, he did. Oh, look, he's getting in the right places. He forced the own goal. And there were another couple of times where he was getting into that, and that same defender knocked it out he got it right a couple of other times, but he was, it's a bloody awful area, isn't it, for a ball coming in. Good, I think Porro might have got one in. I think Brennan Johnson got one into that area. Very horrible area to defend. Ball's coming right in just at that far post, a few feet out. Defender's got nowhere to go with it. So, that's why he banged it in the back of his own net for one of the goals. Good goal. Yes. It was a goal. Ronald M. Can Hotspur Hippie win the Hotspur Hippie League? I can always win, but I doubt it, man. I'll take my week. I'm happy with winning a week. That'll do me. I wasn't expecting it. I did have to jammy a couple of results, but I suppose if anybody ever wins it, they've got to jammy something in it, haven't they? So I just had to take that button off. It's annoying me. Martin, I've had my jabs. You've been fleed, have you? So I can go to Stratford FC. Yeah, tetanus, rabies, arseholeitis, whatever. Don't just, wear gloves. Don't, run your hand down the stair railings or anything like that without gloves on. You never know what could be poking out. Also bought new binoculars. It would be like you're there. Where's my binoculars? Are they around? My Swift skippers? No. They're around somewhere. Yeah. And enjoy those £15 pints, man. £15 pints. I think they're going for at the London Stadium, innit? Hey. Very unfootball. Welsh Gal. Hello, Paul and Commune. Oh, hello, Welsh Gal. Nice to have you in. Hello, Paul and Commune. Love City and Gunners dropping points. I know. They each dropped 2 points. West Ham got pipped by Newcastle. They went safe. Didn't work. UK turned the clock forward today. Oh, only 10 hours. Oh, okay, well, our clocks are going the other way next week, so then it's only 9 hours, which is much better, I find. Because I know, like YouTube says, it doesn't matter what time you upload your videos. It kind of does. It kind of does when you're doing sort of, topical stuff. I call it topical. They're sort of, when you do football videos, they're about what's happening now. So after a few days, no one watches them. But when the clocks change, it'll be better for me. Because I'm just impatient. I do the video and I just upload it straight away. I can say don't make it visible for a few hours, but I'm just too excited. I'm trying to train YouTube. I'm not having it train me. I'll do what I want when I want. YouTube can work around it. Paul Tucknott. All the noise around BJ, he is now the same number of assists as Phil Foden, is that right? Plus millimetres away from another goal. I thought he was fantastic. Perfect winger job yesterday, man. Perfect. That's what you want. Paul, can you do the shipping forecast? No, not like that, I can't. Hello, Fran. Bishop's Knobble, 45 knots east. Is there still a thing, the shipping forecast, or is it all just don't download shipping myshippingforecast.com smart app? Ronald M. We can still win the league, by the way. Let's have a look at the league table. I like this sort of rambunctious talk on a Monday morning. Shows a devil may care, Errol Flynn sort of attitude in the chat. I don't get it. Every time I stream, it's like half a bucket comes out. All right. Muscle memory's kicking in. Muscle memory. Let's have a look. So we got Liverpool on top with 67. We're fifth with 56. 11 points. That's the rubber band stretching there, mate. It's stretching. It hasn't snapped, though. It hasn't snapped. So, yes, it's possible. Let's say we win our game against Liverpool for shits and giggles. That takes it down to 8 points. Ooh, 8 points. My interest gets a bit piqued. How are we going behind the others? So we've got a game in hand over Villa. I'm not really that worried about Villa. And I'm not really worried about the whole top four thing anyway. So I just want a nice run in for the end of the season for us. And wherever that lands us, that's where it lands us. But we're... what's that? 8 points? 8 points off Manchester City. 9 points off Arsenal. Well, I reckon we're going to beat Arsenal. So that's 6 points. It's just, you know... I still think we're going for third. We're going for third. But you know what? Could happen, couldn't it? I mean, what a turn up that would be. We've got 27 points left we can get. So that's, 83 points? That's enough to win the league some seasons. And that's a fact. Mark N is the way Big Ange has his system set up, that there will be always 2 more goals second half, just wearing the teams down in the first half. Look, it's part of it, I think. It's part of it. But you've seen it also where we come out. Look, I think it depends how the other team approach it, you know. Because where they try and pace themselves, we get early goals. Remember all those goals, we get early goals? So if they try and pace themselves, we get goals. Or they try and do what Luton did yesterday and they come at us, and they did it quite well, you know. Luton tried to play yesterday. But we're just too strong in the long run over 90 minutes. We just... They can't keep us contained. So yeah, there's a bit of it, Mark, but depends on the other team. But what's inevitable is victory for Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs, GCTV. United paid twice as much for Anthony as we paid for Johnson. Do you know how the stats compare? As I doubt they're twice as good. I don't know. He's not very good, is Anthony, is he? It's great. Welsh Gal, Johnson did very well for Cymru. Yeah, I watched the game, man. It was a good game of football. Wales, Poland. Oh, that was a good game. Unfortunate for Wales there in the end. It was penalties, wasn't it? Ah, yeah. You can always tell it in retrospect. But when the fifth Welsh penalty taker, he looked nervous to me. So, but hey, you know. That's football, isn't it? You got 120 minutes to win the game beforehand. It was good. I thought it was an entertaining game of football. Better luck next time, you know. Macaulay has quit. What is he quit? The fish called Mason ate a huge burger. Right. Okie dokie. Derek Smith, 89th minute of a Premier League match on the 4th of January 2005. Okay, we need some scene-setting music here. 89th minute of a Premier League match on 4th of January 2005. Carroll attempted to catch the ball but spilled it over his shoulder and a few yards over the goal line before he scooped the ball back into the playing area. Oh, okay. The ball there went over the line. Wasn't that dramatic in the end, but it was fun. Scooped it over the ball, back into the playing area. Bastard. Few yards. A few yards over. Whoa, well, we're not talking that. A few yards is... Way. Corley has quit. My grandma makes chocolate bars and I eat them so hard I can eat food so much. Did that rhyme with the first phrase? No. I think we've got AI in the chat. Skynet's here. Welcome to our new overlord. Derek Smith. Referee Mark Clattenburg and his officials were unable to determine whether the ball had... Oh, hang on, we're back on this. Referee Mark Clattenburg and his officials were unable to determine whether the ball had crossed the line, and the game finished goalless. Mendes' goal didn't count. Well, that was intriguing, eh? Woohoo. Well, we got the technology in place now, Derek. Mark in. The West Ham game is 8:15 p.m. kickoff. What time will the game be? All time. Let's have a look. His clocks are all going all muck at the moment. Someone needs to keep those clocks under control. Where is it? Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspurs. The Tottenham Hotspur matches. Oh, Wednesday, 6:15 a.m. Ooh la la. I do miss rush hour working. But there we go. I'll suffer for my art. That's an easy time for me to watch a game anyway. I'll be awake. Yesterday I was buggered, man, because I sometimes, and it happened the other night before the Luton game, I'll go to bed early. Sometimes I'll go to sleep, sometimes I won't. And that was one of the nights where I didn't. I got about 2 hours sleep, so yesterday I didn't work yesterday because I was just too tired. But Wednesday's a goer, man. Wednesday's a goer. Martin, the Forest game is now on Sunday, 6 p.m. kickoff due to the train strike on Monday. They need a bit more of the Ange Postecoglou can-do attitude on British railway networks. There's not much of that, is there? No, it's all... I mean, I'm just, what do I know? I mean, all the train tracks and companies were nationalised for some reason, weren't they? In the first place, to make it all like easy and work a bit, but no, let's flog it off. Gordie is quick. The first thing I did when I came home from school was eat toast and pies. Yeah, we'll skip the rest of his, I reckon. TB, did I miss the debate channel's thoughts? I don't know, man. Let's check in, shall we? Sort of still undecided, aren't they? Still undecided. I don't know. I mean, that was other football fans, so they're always going to say we're crap anyway. Eltel Cockerell, morning, mate. Do you have the lottery numbers? Oh, well. Two, 4, 32, 22. I could only get 3 out before the magic ran out. Sorry, man. Maybe that's a good start. And now my trance is cleared. I forgot what numbers I said. Welshgale, they still have the shipping forecast. Fastnet 4 and the 7. It is blowing a gale in the Irish Sea. Ooh. Something comforting about the shipping forecast. Oh, Gorilla Plays. Block that, Macaulay. I'm thinking about it. He trolls the streamers. Well, there's no harm at the moment. We will see. Might ban you telling me what to do. Martin, when Luton went man-for-man marking, they just couldn't keep up with the intensity of it. And you can't man-to-man mark against us, man. This is what we're doing at Tottenham Hotspur, by far the greatest football team the world's ever seen. You can't mark it when we're running all over the pitch. We're just dragging players out of position. I noticed that a few times in the Luton game. The amount of times that, Luton... I suppose you could use some sort of zonal marking bollocks, but, when you're running around and you're dragging a player over here, oh, now we got a bit of space. Ping! We were doing that beautifully yesterday. Ronald M. Manchester City versus Arsenal was boring as. Hang on, we got... Is that 2 Ronnies? That's just 1, isn't it? I'm just doing a Ronnie count. Yep, right, 1 Ronnie, 1 Ronnie. Was boring as, I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get up and watch it, man. It looked that way. See, but the way when 2 sides do that, they don't want it, do they? They don't want it. They don't want it. I think Liverpool is the team that wants it more. I know it's a silly thing, but Oh, look. Oh, Welsh, I was getting in the old mods. Oh, yeah, I think we'll take care of him We'll take care of him. There we go. Off he goes. You don't want to muck around with Welsh girl, I tell you. Remember I said Man United would draw? No? I don't remember what happened 5 minutes ago. But it was a funny game. Man United was so bad. They were so, I watched the second half and they were just so passive. So passive. Like, I don't know. They were like wheelie bins, slow-moving wheelie bins, like a load of big tracks going around the pitch. They were just didn't give a shit. Didn't give a shit. Ronald M. Never been so bored as listening to... That takes it to a whole new level of intense boredom. I'm curious. I'm just having a look at old what that twat was commenting. Anyway, I've banned him. Oh, you know what that means, don't you? Oh no, I can feel the power coming on. I can feel the power. Oh, I can't hold it back. The quickening. I've banned someone. Oh no. Oh. Another soul to the collection. Derek Smith, a lot of those matches between big, I think we know what Eric's referring to there, don't we? Big, these so-called big teams tend to be damp squib. Not, he said the right word, he didn't say damp squid. I hear people say damp squid all the time, which makes sense because squids, I suppose, are pretty damp when they're happy. But it is a squib. Damp squib bore fests. Yeah, stalemate. No one wanted it, did they? No, they're just a bit scared. It just, I don't even have to see the game and know that that's what went on. They were just cagey, because they were just, not up for a win, were they? Not up for it. That's what they were up for. Bit of that. Mark N. There's always 1 or 2 rubbish games a season, but that was a stinker today. So what's the upshot? What are people saying? What? Still praising those two teams. Manchester City are just having a hangover this year. Complete hangover. I'm not saying they're not going to win stuff, but they should. They should win everything. Isn't I mean, there's no way anyone should win anything while Manchester City have got a team like that. But that's football, you know. Oh, another top review coming in for the game. Future Music just letting everyone know the paint dried that I've been watching today. Brilliant. Oh. See, that's why you're a discerning football fan. They like to they like a bit more from their football, you know? A little bit more. They want a bit of Spursy, don't they? A bit of Spursy goodness. There's only one place you can get that. Tottenham Hotspur. There we go. I'm just wondering where my clouds have gone. Where are my clouds? No, they should be there somewhere. Oh well, the clouds have dispersed. Like when you ban someone, your headphones come off, like it's the whole car losing half its shirt. Yeah, well, I take my headphones off and I do a quick t-shirt change, so that I only damage the same t-shirt all the time. Dirk Smith, I try, Paul. It originates from the idea of a squib. Yes, a small explosive device being damp and therefore failing to ignite, as opposed to a, what they call, it's not a mollusk, is it? Cephalopod. A cephalopod. By the way, if you come to Australia, don't fuck with octopus. Just don't mess with them. Don't pick them up in your hand. Ooh, look at that. Give it a poke, because you could die. They can kill dozens of men, these things. And I think for some species, it might be the blue ring. I don't think there's an antidote for it. I think, like, if you get done, it's good night, Vienna. So don't poke nature. Stop poking nature, people. Just observe from a safe distance. Paul Tucknott, the London Cowboys are turning Agent Poch, crying they want their Chelsea back. What is their Chelsea, though? What? 1-0. 0-0. We want our Chelsea back.
We want our Chelsea back. The exciting brand of 5 at the back football. I want it back.
Wow. I can see how they'd be suffering. Don't know where hang on, maybe. All I have to do is push the button. Derek Smith, I stood up and saluted during that song. That's it. As all Spurs fans surely do. That's a song I can stand up for. There's many I can't, but that's one I will. Welsh Gal, yes, I agree. They build up these games so much. Oh. Mitchell and Webb. I won't play it, but I'll put the link in. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Copy link. There we go. I've put the link in. It's a very funny sketch, that one. I think it's funny because David Mitchell just doesn't understand football at all, but he sums it up really well. Derek Smith, can I produce a tree? Oh, can you prod a tree? Yeah, well, you know. All right. Well, it depends on the tree, though. I'm sure there's trees with bark that... Or you give it a little poke and something drops on your head. A zombie ant or something like that. Ooh. Or if you're going to poke anything, just make sure you got a big burning torch in your hand. That makes us number one on this planet. Fire. Number one. Apex predator, top of the food chain. Spurs GCTV. Correct, Paul. No anti-venom. Oh, it is right. Am I? Okay, well, someone's backed me up in the chat, so it must be fact. No anti-venom for the blue ring octopus. All they do is put you on life support until the venom passes through. Wow. People. Oh, I've seen it. I've seen clips of people doing that. And you think, is that a blue ring octopus they've got in their hand? They could be dead in an hour. Hey, honey, look at the cute little octopus here. Look at this. Hey, little fella. Hey, little fella. And if I'm right in saying, you can't even feel when it bites you. You don't know. Because I think there's like anaesthetic. So you're fucking with this thing. And you don't even know. It's like Ozymandias at the end of the Watchmen. Hey, honey, put it down before it bites you there. Oh, no, I don't fucking know. Look at that little fella. And they don't know it's already bitten you. You're already a goner. Already a goner. All done. Lights out. Welcome to Australia. Well, Scowl, I did like Potch saying that if they... He did what? Potch saying that if they looked at XG, Chelsea would be fourth. Oh, my Lord, how'd that go down? I'm just going to grab a glass of water, folks. That's fine. There's a table of XG where Chelsea are fourth. Oh, no, I'm not going to Google XG. I don't want it in my search history. I'd rather have other sites beginning with X than search for XG. I think that's the ultimate embarrassment. Hang on, back in a second. Might have to learn how to play that on bass. Potch saying it. Oh dear. Yeah, they might be fourth on XG, but in like reality, in the world, what are they? They're in the bottom. Are they in the bottom half again? They're not safe from relegation. We want our Chelsea back. What's that then? When you're owned by like a... I don't know, was he judged to be a war criminal or something like... I mean, he nicked... Whether he's a war criminal, he definitely stole all the oil from Russia for like $2. Oh, look at that. Chelsea are in the bottom half. Oh, they're in the bottom half of the table. 11th. we want our Chelsea back, don't we? You've got your Chelsea back. This is what Chelsea is. In fact, this is Chelsea overachieving. This is this. Far out, man. You're gonna be looking at the good. You're gonna be looking back at this season. God, I remember 2020, 2023, 24 when we finished. We nearly got into the top half. What a great year that was. Yeah, I know. Let's go and do some graffiti. When you're in the Championship, look back at these golden times of football, Chelsea. Martin, one good thing from the Boarfest was that we gained 2 points on them both. Yeah, I know. I love draws. Draws takes a point out for a start. Spurs GCTV. Don't take my word for it. I'm no doctor, but I wouldn't want to risk it. No. Hey, little fella. How you doing? Ah, it's all kind of squishy. Derek Smith just looked it up. Breaking news here from Derek Smith. Just look it up. I can't prod a manchineal tree or the Australian stinging tree. What's the Australian stinging tree? What's that? Australian. This isn't a real thing, is it? Gimpy. That's just more of a shrub, isn't it? Month of excruciating pain. Wow. Where are they? Where are they? I mean, Australia's a big place. Maybe they're like over Perth or something like that. That'd be all right. It's all right. Hang on. Southeastern Queensland. Nothing to see here. That's all right. It's all up there. We're all right down here. It will probably take a while for the trees to invade down here. Brand new start. Martin, yet Poch was clutching at straws big time. I mean, that, you know what? Arse. Isn't it? He was always a bit cryptic, wasn't he? Ange just says what he says. You don't have to guess what Ange means, do you? He's kind of an open... But I was surprised what he said about Kulu. It's pretty to the point, wasn't it? It's true. It's something that a lot of fans, including myself, have been saying, stop cutting inside, Kulu. Stop cutting inside. And now Ange has probably told him before, stop cutting inside. But Poch, no. He's... it's funny, isn't it? XG, you got to have a chuckle, haven't you? Paul Tucknott, the newest stat is XC. Expected cries when not winning a game. Oh. Oh. Unlucky every fan in the world that isn't a Tottenham fan. How long ago? So it's 10 hours in England, so it's 9:20. Oh, that'd be time for That's Life. When that used to be on. God, TV was so easy to do, wasn't it? What's going on? Let's see what the news headlines are saying about Tottenham now. They say anything nice about us? Or is it just Luton with crap or something like that? Let's have a look. Tottenham. Spurs pull off another epic late comeback, says Fox Sports. London World, Tottenham star sends Ange Postecoglou, honest, I'm not satisfied. That's Pierre. Is there nothing from yesterday? No, apparently not. No. What? Nothing? Oh, here we go. Ange Postecoglou special praise for Tottenham star Son Heung-min after late Luton Town winner. Man United held by Brentford as Tottenham Villa winning top four chase. This is more like it. Happy Gilmore Adam Sandler travels to England to watch Tottenham. Hey, we'll take it. Welcome on board, Adam. That's all right. We're under the radar. Under the radar. Richie B. Evening all. Evening, Richie B. Nice to have you in. Spurs going under the radar, mate. That's it. Just going to sneak in. Take all your trophies. Chelsea fans saying we want our Chelsea back. Let me see if I can find something here. Here we go. See, this to me is how I remember Chelsea. There we go. While we were lifting FA Cups in 1982, look where Chelsea were, 12th in Division 2. We want our Chelsea back. You're getting it back. You're getting it back. Be a bit more patient. It's coming back. This is coming your way, Chelsea. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I know, you feel bad about all the trophies you've nicked and you want to get back to your roots. Here you go. Here's your roots. 12th in Division 2. Lovely. It's coming. Don't you worry, Chelsea. Don't you worry. Martin, until a team is on 84 points, the title is still ours. To win, like Kevin Keegan said, I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love it if we beat him. He didn't know. I don't know. We want to quote Kevin Keegan in this circumstance. Didn't all go well, did it? Stealth mode, that's it. It's like Blue Thunder. A helicopter. A fucking helicopter. But you push a button, which I don't know why it's not default, whisper mode, and it just... And you're in a big helicopter making no sound because you push whisper mode. Amazing technology. Mark N. The Fonz must have told Adam Sandler about Big Ange. Oh, are they mates, are they? Oh, it's all full circle, isn't it? Derek Smith. Kulusevski can cut inside if he wants, but only 50% of the time. Yes, he does it too much. That's not like it's never. It's always ineffective either, But he needs to become less predictable. He's in the top Premier League this season for distance covered and open play chances created. Oh well, just like Chelsea are fourth for XG. Elvis G. Lol, spot on, Paul. Let's have the old Manchester City as well. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of scope for an old bit of Manchester City. Let's see where they can... where they can go. Let's have a look. Here we go. There we go. Oh, it's a good year, this one I've picked. This is Manchester City's natural habitat. League 2. Division 3. There we go. They had a good year. Look, they finished third. Well done. Well done, Manchester City. Third. qualification for the playoffs. I think they did. Look, they're in bold, so they got up. They got up that year. So, you know, you can have a bit of third division glory before getting relegated the next year, all that sort of stuff. There we go. I want my Manchester City back. There we go. It's just there. It's waiting for you. Don't worry about it. Spurs GCTV. Which was best, Blue Thunder or Airwolf? Well, the film Blue Thunder was the better one, wasn't it? Because there was Roy Schneider in it, which is a film he did just to avoid playing and doing another Jaws film. The series was a bit naff, but then Airwolf had a, unfortunately, alcoholic star, which made it quite amusing in later series because he wasn't in it much. It was just footage film. And it had Ernest Borgnine in it. It's a tough one. I might have to just go... I mean, Airwolf seems to be... It was one of those things that always seemed to be on. It was always rubbish, but it was there. I'll go Manimal. Airwolf, it was crap but great. It just didn't make any sense. He nicked the helicopter and no one knew where it was in this big volcano hangar thing. They just couldn't. No one could follow a helicopter. Didn't have the technology. It was before GPS days, you know. So once, you know, if a helicopter goes round the corner, there's like a building or something. It goes behind the building. Your persistence of vision. We've developed persistence of vision since the 1980s as well. Back then, you just go, fuck, it's disappeared. Whereas now we kind of think, hang on, I'll have a look, I'll check it out. Loved Airwolf, yeah. Paul Tucknott, Thursday, Manchester United versus Chelsea. It's got El Sacico written all over it. Maybe it's getting to that time of the season where a few heads need to roll. Yes, that's what we want. It could be. Yeah, man. I mean, a 0-0 draw would drag it out for a bit longer, wouldn't it? But no, that'd be all right. Which one's going to go first? I reckon. I wonder. I don't know. I reckon Ten Hag's definitely gone at the end of the season. Definitely gone. And to see the height of that Ten Hag guy on the sideline when Brentford equaliser, and he's like looking as if it's the unluckiest thing that's happened in the world. It's like, dude. There's no way you should have been up in that game. Not, can you believe football? Oh, we nearly won. Oh, what a hack fraud. Marquine Airwolf was good, but it wasn't 18. No, it wasn't, man. I think 18, was that Glenn Larson? Was it Stephen J. Cannell, the man that used to... I ain't got any paper to throw. I've got tissue paper. There we go. Stephen J. Cannell. And then you throw it at the end. Richard B. I ain't getting on no plane. Did every week though, didn't he? God, they didn't have to roofie him a lot though. Welsh Gal. Manimal. Man from Atlantis. Who pitched those ideas to telly execs? Maybe it was the telly execs. I was thinking this the other night. These executives that are in the arts, I don't understand it. Because, like, you know, when a film gets knackered by studio interference, how did those people get those jobs? Because none of them are like filmmakers, actors, artists, anything like that. They're just there. And every decision they come up with, because they're rich psychopaths, they clearly don't have a psychopath doesn't have imagination. This is my own theory. The only backup I've got is a quote from Columbo when he says to a killer, see, your problem is you got no imagination. You couldn't think that and like watching years of forensic files, killers and bad people definitely just can't think of possibilities. So they're the sorts of people, not quite that far on the spectrum, that end up as being studio executives and record company executives, and they don't know what they're doing, but they're the ones that make the decisions. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, well, what can you do? You end up with Manimal then. I mean, I like Manimal's all right. Man that turns into either a snake or a panther or a bird. That's all he changes to on camera anyway. Martin, Chelsea fans were spoilt with dirty money. Yeah, dirty. Filthy lucre. An average championship team are all they are. And they are overachieving this season. I love it. What's going to happen to all the Chelsea fans, eh? All the ones that have started YouTube channels and making brand deals, and as their team plummets into obscurity, what are they going to do? Welcome to the Chelsea channel. This week we're going to be covering Chelsea versus Mansfield. An exciting match where we might get into the playoffs at the end of the season to get back up to Division 1 or 2. Thanks to everyone who's giving me super chats. Whirly Birds says Eric, yeah, it's before my time, man. Man from Atlantis and Logan's Run were all right. I like the movie Logan's Run. Future Music, when TV was a help. What's this? People interrupting my thing with WhatsApp messages. You know who you are. TV was a help and not a hindrance. It was, I don't know if it's ever been a help though. Has it ever really been a help? It's been less, you know, whatever, hasn't it? I suppose. But it's not even TV anymore. It's just a screen. I think people get over it though. I think people get over it. I've seen it in you know, people my age, a little bit like young. I think people's screen time that period of their life, maybe about 10 years. I'm hoping. This is what I'm hoping, because that's kind of what happened with me. You know, 2000 is like, oh, 2010, ooh, internet, and then you get a bit like jack of it. Maybe people younger than me and the younger generation, you know, they do 10 years, which from this, I suppose it starts when you're like 8, maybe, that you're really into it. So by the time you're 18, you've done it, haven't you? Finished with my screen. Going to go and enjoy the wilderness a bit. The day the earth caught fire. What's that? The day the earth caught fire, 1961. When the US and Russia set off a nuclear explosion simultaneously. Fuck. It throws the earth off its rotatory axis, causing natural disasters. You reckon? What, the earth goes like that? When it just gets a bit windy or some shit? Bloody hell, man. Or it's up to a British reporter and his friends to save the day. They'd have to, I suppose, they'd have to blow up 2 more bombs. Just get it back. Is that what happens? I'm intrigued. Okay, yeah. Well, look, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but bloody hell, man. It's when science fiction was science fiction. Because people didn't understand science. So it was more fiction than science. Spurs GCTV. Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man, cult classics. Brilliant. Pulls a bit of crumpet every week. You know. Who couldn't fall for the advances of a guy like that? Derek Smith, Skippy featured a helicopter quite often. Oh, well, yeah, in Terry Hills, which is about 40 minutes that way. That way. I don't know. It's about 40 minutes away. Derek Smith, will Wet Span be a bit knackered? Oh, that's a point. After their game against Newcastle, they could be. Or maybe they're not. Maybe that's what old David Moyes was having in the back of his mind as well. 3-1 up. Got Spurs on during the week. We better ease up, lads. Although we were crap against West Ham, he shouldn't be that scared of us. If we play like we did against them last time, they're going to win, aren't they? George, if Chelsea do get to the Championship, let's make that dream happen. It looks like they've got a load of FFP bonkers happening. I don't know how they can't. I mean, how much did Abramovich write off in loans when he was forced out? It was at least $1 billion. It was like somewhere between 1 billion and 3 billion. It was a lot of money. I mean, $1 billion's a lot of money just to say, nah, you keep that. You keep that. I won't. No, I don't want it back. No. That's a gift. Cheats. I want my Chelsea back. You're getting it back. You're getting it back in spades. What's the Predictor League looking like for Paul? Oh, well, I hate to, bring this up, man. But I'm here to serve my viewer humbly. I'm getting used to the colours on these buttons. There's so many different ways I can identify things. Labels, buttons, colours. I'm just waiting for it all to click in. Here we go. Look at that. Hey. Hey. Little old me. Me, Martin, Richie B. Oh, I beat you, Richie. 4 points, man. Oh, that's a shellacking. It's a shellacking, dude. Won't happen again. George, and they'll cut the wage bill. Oh, they're in all sorts of a mess, isn't it? FFP. Wow, they've got all these players. Todd Bowley. Hey, I got a smart idea. Why don't we buy players on 8-year contracts? Hey, am I right? Yeah, Todd. Stinking up the joint. Well played. Thank you very much. It's all part of the service of being football's #1 pundit on the internet. Winning a competition. What else have we got here happening? Anything? Woo, it's all scrolling. Richie B. Did you call the Man City games 0-0 draw? Yeah, I certainly did call that a 0-0 draw. Yes. That's where I got a few of my points. Welsh Gal, well done, Paul. Yucky da, thank you very much. It's nothing. It's nothing. I don't want to go on about it. It's all right, please. No, it's all right, man. Paul Tucker. When Roman bought Chelsea, they were 90 million in debt. Was that from old Ken Bates? Was that Ken Bates? By the time he left, it owed him 1.8 billion. Wow, what an investment, eh? That's the sort of shit you can do when you've just got 100 billion that we know about knocking around. Fuck it. Just keep the change. Keep the change. Wow. So after all that, mid-table. Well worth it. Well worth it. I love it. Sooner they go back down to oblivion, the better. We want our Chelsea back. Richie B, I finally listened to the podcast with Ben Davies. I've been putting it off, man. It keeps coming up. I always find something more interesting to look at, but I will have to eventually, won't I? Listen to the podcast with Ben Davies. Ooh. Some birds. It's worth a listen. It's on your head, man. It's on your head. Well, I actually I like him he seems like an all right egg, doesn't he? An all right egg. But we're a football team. We'll find out what happens during the summer. I find it weird how people are finding it controversial that we might be buying 2, 3, 4 players instead of one really expensive one. I don't understand why is that a kerfuffle? Oh no, I want a marquee player. Okay, Mbappe. Right. Your instructions are run up the pitch. Don't worry. Your ball will be threaded through deftly by Oliver Skip. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Yeah, Ollie Skip. I mean, that's what's going to happen, isn't it? Don't worry, Mbappe. Emerson Royale's got your back. Welsh Gal with Abramovich, they froze all his assets, the ones they could find. Ooh. They froze all his assets. Or did they? Who knows, eh? Who knows? Todd Bowley could get a fortune teller in, I suppose. Nothing to lose. He's probably got one in next to the bearded lady and strongman. He's just P.T. Barnum. He's gonna look. I reckon he could fold up Chelsea, couldn't he? This is the problem when you see. This is the problem when you get. This is what FFP and all that's all about. Like Wrexham. So apparently Wrexham owes the owners a few million. It's not. It's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money when you're a billionaire, Ryan Reynolds. But, I mean, this does happen in football where people come in, moon on a stick, everything go down, and it's like, it's time for me to go. Hey, thanks, everyone. New owner comes in. Handbrake. Fuck. We're spending what? We're spending what on players? And it goes into administration. Derek Smith, Ange was speaking in glowing terms about Benny. Yeah, he trains hard. I mean, it's like when they say about actors, what's this actor like? Oh, well, they were always on time and knew their lines. It's like, that's the bare fucking minimum, isn't it? That's the bare minimum. But that's like they're always on time and learned their lines. What? Actors? Really? So I suppose that must mean there's actors out there that rock up at any old time. It's like, can you write down a piece of paper? No one will be able to see I'm reading it. They still get jobs. Paul Tucknut, think of the trophies and league title we may have had. In my mind, it's there. In my heart, 2017 was ours. Now the teams that beat us are under investigation for fraud. Fraud. And you know what really hurt? They've ripped off. See, when you do fraud, right? It's okay to rip off working class people like football fans. You can squeeze as much juice out of those lemons as you want. So you'll never ever get done for that. But you rip off one rich person, then you're going to jail. Then you're doing an Elizabeth Holmes, the Sam Friedman crypto bloke. They got done because they ripped off rich people. You can't do that. You can rip off anyone else. Bugger them. So, Todd will be in trouble if he's ripped off a rich person, which I don't think he has. It's just us. Well, not us specifically. Hey, Mr. M, big up. Paul, big up, Mr. M. Come on, you Spurs. Derek Smith shows how difficult it is to win the league in the Premier League area without cheating. Sure does. Andy Newen. Luton Town keep Tottenham. Spurs. Thigh possesses. Could be right there. I hope I just haven't given a secret spy signal there. Paul Tucknut, think of the trophy. Hang on. Ange loves Benny, does he? Oh, well, I'm sure he loves everyone. Oh, look, George, it's feasible. Kulu could be sold. I wouldn't write it off. I wouldn't write it off either, man. I think it's quite clear, isn't it? But then, Kulu knows what he has to do. It's so clear. Couldn't be spelt out more. Kulu, stop cutting in all the time. Go down the line. That's what he has to do. It's simple, isn't it? There's no ifs or buts or anything. But also, I mean, Kulu is, I think, a favoured midfielder to the likes of Lo Celso. So I don't. Maybe Kulu has a place. If we get another winger or something, and Kulu could be part of that midfield, that could work. We probably need 2 midfielders. If Kulu was kind of one of them, and we brought in another midfielder, midfield sorted, fixed, done. That could be good. Derek Smith. Blackburn, Liverpool and Leicester, the only outsiders. Man United, City, Arsenal, Chelsea have won the rest. This is Premier League, is it? Yeah, Premier League, because, I was thinking of a couple of other ones, but that's oldie worldy times I'm thinking of. Oldie worldy. When, you could actually win stuff. You'd say Liverpool was an outsider? I don't know. Liverpool are a big team, a big club. So that's what I see. Whenever I think of Liverpool, I just think of Liverpool from back when I was a kid. They were just the best. Always. There's no team like that now, really, I don't think. Not Man City or anything. They were just a good side. Richie B, guys, come on. Kulu's only 23. What's that got to do with it? Look, if I don't think it's impossible. I don't mean to bag him, but he keeps cutting inside. But he's better as a midfielder, so there's that. So I don't know. Alan Bennett. Oh, he's weighing in. Get off Kulu's back. All right. Didn't mean no disrespect. George is putting. Oh, now I'm swinging the other way. Exactly, Paul. Yeah, fuck him. Is his inconsistency decent? Help us. Oh, doesn't help us. Yeah. Great Allen. Yeah. What about Leeds? I know. Oh, I can't take the conflict. The Kulu conflict. I agree, Richie's done well. Richie, what? Richie, that Richie. Oh. No, I think he's done all right overall. But in that position, he's not doing exactly what we want. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he can. But if he can't, he ain't going to be playing there. He's still young. And there's plenty of room to develop and change his game. Yeah, of course. But we will see. Derek Smith, there's no point in any of us Spurs fans getting sentimental about players. Ange will be ruthless. Oh, yes. And sell if he can get someone better for the way he wants the team to play. That's it. If someone does it better than Kulu, then Kulu ain't going to be in that position. You can definitely say that. And look, Brennan Johnson was good. He was doing it. He was involved in the 2 goals for a start. He was worrying for Luton. I might have a look at some other Spurs channels. I feel a bit safer having a look at some Spurs channels because we won. So people will be a bit more, tickety-boo about the whole thing. Richie B. Sell Gio, yeah. Who can't stay fit and use Kulu in the middle. Well, yeah, there you go. I think that could be a possibility, man. Gio has to go. Gio. It's just it's not worked out, has it? I mean, he did one good challenge yesterday, but I didn't see much else. It was lucky we had Bentancur on the pitch. Alan Bennett. What about Kulu on the left? Werner on the bench? I think Werner had a pretty good game. Second half was pretty good. Is he better than Kulu in that position? He might well be, man. I don't know if Kulu's got the wingy gene. He sort of gets to a certain point and then his brain just goes, must head to goal. I think to disrupt that thought, I don't know, magnets or something. Paul Tucknott. We have a lot more outs than worrying about Kulu for now. Oh, yeah, he's well down the list, man. Well down the list, but he's on it. He's on it in that position. But he's not part of the famous 5. We've got 5 players we've got to sort out. And that's excluding a couple that don't even play for us at the moment. I'm not including them. Here we go. In a hype says Sam Friedman and Enoch have a connection apparently. Coincidence? I think not. George, I like Kulu to cement his place in the side. We'll see if he does. He's got a chance, hasn't he? He's got a chance. It's all you can ask for as a player. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Sun's out. How long are we going? An hour and a half. All right, folks. Well, I think we might wind it up a bit. Richie B, 6 or maybe 7 that need to move on. Ooh. You're taking my 5 and you'll raise me 1 or 2. All right, well, here we go. Let's roll the tent up and mosey on down to the next town. All right, folks, well, thanks very much for watching on this day that we can wallow in victory for a few more days and see how we feel when we get to West Ham and beat them. 6-0 I'm going for. 6-0. Why not? Thanks to everyone in the comments that's kept it going. It's been a nice, fun stream. Always is. Always is. Kept, Welsh gal got her elbows out there. Sorted things out. Thanks for people commenting. Kept it all going. Thanks for watching. If you click like and subscribe, ta very much. But if you ain't, you ain't. You still watched it. That's all right as well. I'm not going to give you a bollocking for no reason. And if you're watching it afterwards, thanks very much as well. I hope it's distracted you away from 2024 and all those apps and craps that's going on around the place. There's more in 24. Anyway, until next time, folks. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. And come on, you Spurs.